Unfortunately, we're stuck at the Black Irish again with no Anton.
We're not stuck at the Black Irish. The Black Irish have been amazing with us.
Yeah, no, they deal with us and they deal with the scarf.
Yeah.
We can't be mad with them. So we're, I guess, 21 now?
Episode 21.
Welcome to the Legal Everywhere Club, boys.
Yeah, we got myself, Mustefa, along with Stephan.
Yeah.
You'll have to put up with us for an hour today.
Yeah, or maybe less. We'll see how long we survive.
Yeah, without Anton.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so let's. I'd like to apologize. Lack of podcasts lately. We're trying to get our lives back in order. We've been doing things, having a life.
Yeah.
This thing is weird. We don't know how to have this thing called a life.
We've never had a life.
So forgive us. So, anyways, now let's get into the fun stuff. So we're still in the middle of a World Cup qualifying weekend. We had our internationals break.
Yeah.
Kind of hurts the EPL season when teams are starting to get on a roll.
Yeah, actually what I've noticed is we are in a World Cup qualifying break, but MLS is actually still going.
Yeah, well, the MLS, but you have to admit it, the MLS is not top priority league.
Yeah.
And the club should understand, well, like, who wants to go play in New York in January when it's minus 10, minus 15?
Yeah, exactly.
You're getting the East Coast winds. Like, I hate to be playing in Newcastle or Sunderland in the northeast of England in the winter.
Yeah.
They're just, So, anyways, let's discuss the real ones, the one that affects us, CONCACAF.
Yeah.
So, Costa Rica had their revenge on the States.
Oh, yeah.
But did you hear what they were doing to the States?
What?
They had no priority custom lines, so they had to go in the line with everybody else.
Yeah.
So everybody was yelling at them.
Yeah.
They offered them 3 training facilities, and the training facilities turned down the States to go train there before the game.
Wow.
Then they would not let them use practice balls, so the States had to use their own.
Yeah, that's CONCACAF in a nutshell.
Yeah, but then taxis were more or less parking the bus, making sure the bus was getting late to get to the game.
Yeah, but that's bullshit though.
Yeah.
It's great. I mean, it's great that they have that much passion, but I mean, Canada has to put up with this stuff all the time. And
Airport, what? You know what? I'd buy the airport. Airport, I'd understand, no problem. But the rest, you're just being immature little brats. Like, your diving shows it anyways. Oh, look, I fell, I hurt.
Yeah, and Costa Rica tends to be one of the better South American or Central American countries, much better than their, Honduran friends or El Salvador. Anyway, having to deal with that stuff for the U.S., Canada mostly, even Mexico has to deal with it, but they're actually top class.
Yeah.
It is cheap, and CONCACAF has to look at some of that stuff. At least, I know we're the away teams and we do have to deal with away fans, but
show some respect.
Show some respect, yeah. When it gets to the point of delaying taxis, just so your opponent is late, delaying traffic, things like that. I mean, it's that you have to draw a line at some point.
Yeah, you have to prove. You got to prove to the world that you are responsible.
Yeah.
You are mature.
Yeah, and CONCACAF is not doing that at all. CONCACAF is basically FIFA's armpit.
Yeah, just do whatever you want. No one cares.
Yeah.
All right.
So we are in the Hacks. 7 games played so far.
Yeah,
Going to
3
look
left.
at the standings. We have, of all countries, Costa Rica is leading.
Yep, with 14 points.
14 points with 3 games to play, 3 games left.
Yep.
They need 1 point to clinch a World Cup spot.
Yeah.
It would be their 4th.
Yeah, which is good for them. I had no. But the best thing is I'm kind of pulling from Mexico in their last 3 games.
Yeah?
I don't want to see the States. I know.
Well, I know the States is in a good position to make it. They need, I guess, they play Mexico next. I want to see Honduras drop out of all countries.
Yeah, well,
I hate them right now.
Canadians are really.
But Mexico is really in deep shit right now.
Yeah, Mexico. The thing is, there's 3 bottom teams: Mexico, Panama, and Jamaica. All 3 of them are in trouble.
Yeah.
You didn't expect Panama to be doing this this badly. Like,
No.
saw them play. They're not a bad team. They can. Like, the only reason Canada beat them in BMO is because they took a cheap goal.
It still counts.
Oh yeah, it was a nice cheeky goal. I loved it. It was just typically non-Canadian. It was perfect.
Yeah.
Jamaica was a bit worried, like, come on.
Yeah. Mexico is the country that you'd expect to basically destroy the rest of CONCACAF.
Yeah, Mexico is like, oh yeah, it's like seeing the top 4 in England. You always know.
It's like seeing Man U in 10th place.
Yeah, it's like.
Yeah, it just doesn't make sense. And Mexicans are pissed right now.
Oh, I don't blame them.
Honduras beat them in.
Speaking of which, do you know which member of our group was at that Mexico-Honduras game?
Last night?
Yeah.
Who?
Benjamin.
Oh, cool. In Mexico?
Yeah, apparently he bought a ticket from a scalper.
Yeah.
Claims it looks legit. They scanned it.
Yeah.
No, somebody already came in with that ticket.
Wow.
So that, but he didn't bring the scalper. So he found another scalper and dragged that scalper with him to the ticket booth. So when he scanned it to make sure he went into the game.
Wow.
He was 10 minutes late getting into the game. But
Yeah, but still.
yeah, you're going to Mexico. Yeah, I'd love to go see a game in Mexico.
And it was probably 80,000 people in there. Of course, they lost 2-1, so I mean they were probably pissed.
Yeah.
They're 1 win, 5 draws, and 1 loss right now. So they're basically cursed for draws.
Yeah.
They fired their coach right after the game, pretty much. So they're pissed.
Yeah.
And if they don't, there's a chance they may not make it.
Yeah, and that's what's annoying the Mexicans a lot is that they might not make it.
And that would be huge if they don't make it. That's huge.
Yeah, because winning the Olympics, and everyone had this good faith in Mexico to do well for this Olympic
World Cup.
Yeah.
And they're always the country that they're always your first choice. The U.S. is sort of catching up, but they're always your first choice to qualify at a CONCACAF. They always dominate the entire federation.
I agree.
Yeah, and I mean, realistically, if they screw up these 3 games, Panama is only a point behind them. They could leapfrog them.
Yeah. We gotta hope Honduras screws up.
Yeah, I sort of hope Mexico and Panama will get over Honduras. Honduras is 3 points ahead of Panama right now, a point ahead of Honduras. But for Mexico, their last games are against the U.S., against Panama, and against Costa Rica. So they're not easy. Panama will be desperate to beat them, and they are vulnerable. So
yeah, it's gonna be nice to see the slug out near the end of the game.
Yeah, and one thing I sort of do hope for the next World Cup is we do see emergence of some countries that aren't traditional soccer powerhouses, and I guess seeing Mexico not make it and other countries like Honduras and Panama and Costa Rica from CONCACAF would be step 1 for that.
Well, this was a tweet, Squiz sent out. Yes, Honduras winning at Azteca means they're good and or Mexico sucks.
Yeah.
But does this make me feel better about 8-1? No, never.
No. I mean, I don't want to see Honduras again. I want to see Mexico and Panama knock out Honduras just because of that.
Exactly. Honduras, you made Canadian and.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So we had some around the world, of course.
Yeah, World Cup qualifiers.
So
everywhere.
of course we had England. They actually beat Moldova, which a lot of England fans were scared of.
Yeah, and I guess the 12 or so Moldovians.
According to Anton, there was a lot of Moldovans.
Oh yeah.
But no, they won 4-0.
Okay.
So
that's good. Looks like England's going to qualify.
Let's see anything important. Kazakhstan beat Faroe Islands. Russia beat Luxembourg. Czech lost to Armenia.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Norway beat Cyprus. On a side note, I'm playing as Norway's head coach while I'm coaching Bristol Rovers in the Premier League right now.
Nice.
Macedonia beat Wales. Turkey beat Andorra. Romania beat Hungary. Ukraine beat San Marino.
Yeah.
9-0.
Wow. That makes 8-1 look good.
So the San Marino everybody, like, that would have been the best time to rob a bank in San Marino because everybody was at the game. Let's see. Spain beat Finland. Netherlands drew Estonia.
Nice.
That might be
actually, good for Estonia.
Yeah. Germany beat Austria 3-0. Greece beat
Austria
Liechtenstein.
versus Germany, that must have been huge.
Yeah. The Swedes beat Ireland.
Yeah.
Croatia drew with Serbia, and no one was injured.
Okay.
That's shocking. Portugal beat Northern Ireland 4-2.
All right.
Team Ronaldo again.
Team Ronaldo.
Oh, he had a hat trick. Belgium beat Scotland 2-0. England beat Moldova.
Yeah.
So
no real upsets there.
yeah, there's no real upsets, which you're kind of hoping for.
Yeah.
Like, apparently the teams qualified so far out of Asia is Iran, Japan, South Korea, Australia.
Yeah.
The Iran one is
And it's
good for them.
there's a continental playoff. There's a playoff between, I think, Uzbekistan and is it Jordan, I think, and whoever wins that plays the South American 4th place team or the 5th place team.
No, it was the CONCACAF. No, we played the Oceanic. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Why couldn't we make it to the Hex?
Yeah.
If we had made it to the Hex, finished 4th, we could have played.
We play New Zealand.
Yeah, we would have been fine.
Yeah.
No, we gotta go fuck it up.
No, yeah.
So besides that, there's still more games coming up. England's playing Ukraine in Ukraine on Tuesday, or is it Monday?
Monday or Tuesday.
One of the.
Yeah, we have CONCACAF games as well. Jamaica, Costa Rica on September 10th, which is probably a Tuesday. My dates are screwed up.
Yeah, it's Tuesday.
Yeah. The big one is USA, Mexico, as if that's not usually huge. Wouldn't the US love to knock out Mexico?
Oh, they would. They would just say, yes, we did it, finally.
Yeah.
Just me going, meh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not thanks to their league.
And Honduras, Panama.
All right, so you got more Canada stuff?
Yeah, I guess we could switch over to Canada now. Lots of stuff happening for the both national teams, the men and women. I guess the first place to start is they're having a huge camp in Spain right now. Seeing as Floro is Spanish, why not just bring them over to Spain because he's too lazy to fly anywhere else. So it's his first time seeing the team. His first call-ups were made. What I love is he called up a huge squad, 33 players. He's looking at basically everyone that's available he wants to look at. His first look again, basically this is the first cut. He's looking at players that he's going to bring into the future. I have the roster here, which I guess we'll go through in a second. But before that, our U17s. Obviously, U17 is not a big age group, but we did make the World Cup.
Yeah.
The draw was just held, and we got Iran from Asia. We had Austria from Europe, which is a good draw from Europe. If you're going to draw a European team, Austria's, not
They're
bad.
not a powerhouse, but they're not a team to just shrug your shoulders at.
Yeah. And we drew Argentina, which at the U17 level will be interesting.
Yeah. So it should be good for us because, we need that. We need the young kids. We need to give the young kids a reason to play for Canada.
And what I love is the roster we're going to call up. Half of them have Toronto FC Academy, Whitecaps Academy, Impact Academy, or FC Edmonton. All of them have that stuck
They
beside
all
their names.
more or less the Canada teams.
Yeah.
That's what we want. That's the reason.
Yeah, it's amazing. So that was the U17 team. Now jumping back to the national team, I do have the full roster of 33 players here. Do you actually want to go through each one, or
any names that jump out that we might have heard of?
All right. Well, I wrote the ages as well. We'll just go through them really quickly. If you want to interrupt, go ahead anytime you want. So goalkeepers, we got Milan Borjan again. This guy's the future basically for us over Lars Hirschfeld, who's also there. 25 years old. He was at the Gold Cup, looked pretty good. He plays in Turkey. Lars Hirschfeld is there again. He's 34 years old. He's basically he's one of those players that had his chance at the last World Cup qualifying cycle. It's probably it for him, but he's there anyway. And then another goalie we have is Kenny Stamatopoulos. I imagine he's Greek. Also 34 years old, keeps coming back with Canada. Defenders, we have a crap load, which is a good thing to see from Floro. Daniel Henry from Toronto FC, who's not had a very good year, but he's only 20 years old, so still plenty of time to improve. Jack Livakovic from DC United. He's a pretty good veteran presence, been there for a while. Adam Streith plays in the German league, 22 years old. This guy is not bad to look at. Marcel de Jong is in the Bundesliga. He's a good defender with us, 26 years old, so he's not a bad bet for the next World Cup qualifying cycle. This kid is pretty cool. Samuel Adekugbe from Vancouver Whitecaps FC Academy. 18 years old. He could get his first cap with us if he gets capped. David Edgar plays in England with Burnley. He's always with us. Jackson Farmer as well from the Whitecaps FC Academy. 18 years old to get his first cap. Fresenga plays in Uruguay. 20 years old. He's got about 4 caps with us. Andre Heino, who moved from the Scottish League over to the German League.
I think you made a smart move.
Yeah. Well, we in our episode 13 podcast, we talked about him going to Ross County.
Yeah.
And the supporters there loved him because he's actually an international. Canada, but he's still an international.
Yeah, it still counts. He's from outside of off this island.
Yeah, 27 years old. He's also a good bet for the next World Cup qualifying cycle. Ashton Morgan, 22 years old from Toronto FC.
Yeah.
Nick Ledgerwood, he's sort of a defender and a midfielder. He plays in Sweden. I'd like to see him improve that. Come to NASL. Come play for the Fury instead of Sweden. Kevin Elman, who we just cap-tied. Apparently it's pronounced Aliman, but anyway, we stole him off Costa Rica, which is pretty good.
Yeah, I remember we were watching that game. We started cheering. We took him.
Yeah. So he's 19 years old too, and he's a bright future. He plays in La Liga in Spain. Kyle Becker from Toronto FC. This guy needs a career reboot. He made it all the way to almost getting signed by Crystal Palace, down to he's not even starting with Toronto FC anymore. So what happened to him? Julian de Guzman, sort of last chance for him.
Yeah, so you're right with the Becker. He does need a restart.
Yeah, come to the Fury.
Yeah, come on. We'll support you, no problem.
Julian de Guzman, your veteran presence that basically goes out partying after losses. I don't know what happened to him since 2007. Terry Dunfield, this is basically the CSA doing this guy a favor for sticking with them for so long.
Yeah.
TFC released him. He's looking for a club. Odds are he's going to end up in NASL if he even has a job.
Yeah, I don't think he'll be coming to Ottawa though.
No, it would be nice to have him. He's a nice presence. Another Impact Academy player. I'm not going to even try to pronounce the name. Jeremy Gagnon-Lapar from Impact Academy, 18 years old. He could get his first cap with us. One of 2 players I wanted to see is Atiba Hutchinson. He plays with Turkey, 30 years old. For Canada to be competitive, I think you need Hutchinson and Diro there.
Yeah, you do need those. They're keys. They're the experienced players, but they're
basically the good players.
Yeah, let's face it, Diro, his style of play would work for Banter, the total football. He's the kind of player that goes everywhere. We're down a goal, he will take the team on his shoulder and plow through the defense.
Yeah, and he's often hated for that, but you know what? With Canada, he's often right.
Yeah.
Izzy Nakajima Ferran plays in Cyprus, 29 years old. He's always there with the national side. I love this. Jonathan Osario from Toronto FC. Again, I love this kid.
Yeah, he's a good player. I like him. He's young, he's hungry, so I agree. Put him on the squad.
He's up for MLS Rookie of the Year.
Good. I'll vote for him.
21 years old.
I doubt he'll get it.
Because he's Canadian.
Exactly.
Yeah. But he came out of nowhere. 6 months ago, I had no clue. Yeah. Pedro Pacheco, always with the national team, plays in Portugal. Samuel Piet, 18 years old. He plays in Germany and has pissed off a lot of German fans recently. Di Rosario is there. He's 35 years old right now, so he's sort of waning down. But they asked him something interesting, and he said that he intends on being back in the next World Cup qualifying cycle. He's going to be about 37 to start, so he's still here. Anyway.
Well, remember, Diro gave up his shot at a young age at Europe.
Yeah.
And came back to MLS.
Yeah. The guy sticks with, he's loyal. I mean, if it was me, I would have gone to Europe at the time.
I don't know why he stayed. I would have gone to Europe.
Yeah. Well, he's stuck with Canada. He didn't have to, and he knows where his loyalty lies. Yeah. Steven Cabrera, another guy that's always around the national team. He's only 22 years old. He might have a future. Daniel Haber, another guy that's emerging, 21 years old. Russell Tibert from Vancouver Whitecaps. He came out of the Vancouver Whitecaps Academy. He's with their first team now. He's only 20 years old, and he's basically a starter with the national team, so that's huge.
Yeah.
Marcus Haber plays in England with Stevenage. Ian Hume, always with the national team. Simeon Jackson as well as in Germany now. Kyle Porter, and one person I don't want to see, but is there anyway, is Tosay Ricketts.
I want to see a Canadian player play for Accrington Stanley.
I managed them in FIFA once.
Really?
Just for fun.
What was it? One team I managed in FIFA once. I refused to coach them ever again. It was FIFA 08 where you controlled the finances a bit more.
Yeah.
And it was some French team, and I got in. They were in debt $10 million. So you can't do anything. You can't sign anybody. There's no way you have enough good players to sell to make $10 million worth.
No.
Like,
no.
There are no competition when you show up.
Yeah.
So you're going, great. There goes that chance of extra money. No.
Yeah.
Leave it to us. We'll talk about video games throughout the podcast. Alrighty, so
we're gamers, sort of. We play FIFA.
Yeah. So let's go to the fun one. There was a famous phrase issued during the summer. What was it? Oh yeah, get used to it.
Yeah.
Guess what, MLSC? We're used to it. We've been used to it for the past 7 years. Firing Kevin Payne.
Yeah.
It was just ridiculous.
No reason for that.
Yeah. Well, I've been hearing on and off things. Oh, he wasn't agreeing with this person, the higher-ups, that person, higher-ups. Hold on, you hired him to run your soccer team, yes? Yes. Okay, good. Let him do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck right off.
Exactly.
Say, here's your budget, win us some games.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, apparently what happened is MLSC just hired some new guy, Tim Lewinsky or whatever.
Yeah, I saw that.
And,
well, at least Salmi's out, thank God.
Yeah. Anyway, this guy doesn't like Kevin Payne, so Kevin Payne's gone. It's corporate culture, it's BS, and that's how TFC's been run forever.
This guy's saying, oh yeah, we need to get DPs in. I'm going, no, you don't. I've seen this posted from MLS a few times on Facebook. If you can build your team around one player, who would it be?
Yeah.
You don't build a team around one player.
No.
If that one player goes down, how good's the rest of your team?
Yeah, TFC had that problem with Diro at one point.
Yeah, so you don't do it, but hey, what do we know? We're normal, Joe. It's like with all that's happened with me job-wise, moving to a new place, the NASL thing coming up. We'll go in more detail once it happens, because I don't know if we're allowed to say anything about it to general public or not.
Yeah.
So,
of course, if you're listening to our podcast, you're not exactly general public.
But just in case.
If you're one of the 12 people who listen to this podcast.
If you're one of the 12 people who listen to this podcast, something tells me you have a few issues, or you like listening to people, you're going, God, I'm not making an ass of myself. Good for you. I can laugh at you. That's what they're probably doing.
Yeah.
But no, it's with the Payne firing, what's been going on with me personally, I'm not going down for my yearly trip to Toronto.
No.
It's not worth it anymore.
No, I mean, they're out of the playoffs again.
Yeah, they're out of the playoffs again. They're fucking the fans around.
And next year is what, year 8, year 9? It's going to be rebuild.
Yeah, year 9.
Rebuild,
We're going to rebuild.
Rebuild version 9?
Yeah, you've been rebuilding since year 2. Like, get all right, let's go. You're not building the Panama Canal here.
Yeah, exactly. So they're.
Yeah, it's typical MLS.
Like, I've given up hope on anything. I'm taking bets on if they can go 10 straight years with no playoffs.
Maybe we should go to Bet365 and find out. I'm sure we got to call someone up we know in England and see if they can put a bet down for us.
I'm sure you can.
But I have a feeling the odds are going to be like more or less 2-1. Not very good odds.
Yeah, because it's probably going to happen.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, new manager again next year.
Well, speaking of the MLS stupidity,
Yeah.
So we're going on a while back. We go to MLS and we're going, wow, we're going to expand to 24 teams. And we're all going shaking our heads going, you're complaining about the amount of games, you're complaining about the travel, and you want to go to 24 teams?
Yeah.
And now they're coming out, there's rumors that we're going to lower it to 28 games a season. What?
Yeah, those are serious rumors?
NBC's talking about it.
Oh, okay.
And when
I always thought they were pretty hardcore on sticking to the 34-game schedule.
I don't think it's... The problem with North American sports in general is that the owners run the league.
Yeah.
The league is not run by league people. It's by the owners.
Yeah.
And that's where you get a problem. That's why I always... When we watch a game, Chivas is winning 3-0 over New York. Okay, who got paid?
Yeah.
And we're not looking at the ref at all. We're looking at the players, and we're looking for a paper trail coming from New York Red Bulls head office to their own players to throw the game.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it does happen. I'm just saying,
Yeah. Well, and CONCACAF are more than used to that.
Yeah, exactly. But you're just going, you want to be taken seriously, act seriously.
Yeah.
Like I know people say, we should go to the European schedule. You fucking kidding me? So what, Toronto's not going to have a game for 3 months?
Yeah.
I heard people say, they can play indoors. I'm like,
No.
Fans hate it. The MLS doesn't.
No, soccer is meant to be played outdoors.
The only stadium the MLS is okay with being an NFL stadium is Seattle.
Yeah, and that's fair. That's more than fair.
But Seattle makes sure they fill it. You don't hear a 40,000 person game anywhere in the MLS except Seattle.
No, you don't. Not at all.
They're a strong... I guess it's because they came up from... They grew.
Yeah, they've always been strong. They've always had the support. So true.
Yeah.
They're the one team because MLS wants soccer-specific stadiums, right?
Yeah.
You have to play in a soccer-specific stadium, and I'll bring something up later about TFC's dealing with that.
Oh yes, I want to bring that one up as well.
So we'll talk about that, I guess, after this.
All right. What you got next?
What do we have next? We're as organized as usual.
Yeah.
So I just had we're talking MLS. We may as well go over to games happening on right now. I know the Western Conference, at least the Impact and Whitecaps are still playing meaningful games. TFC's, their last 20 games have been useless. The Whitecaps are in the middle of a huge playoff race. Right now they're tied with FC Dallas in terms of points, 2 points behind 2 other teams. Portland is one of them who plays Toronto FC today, so Portland has to win that one. Whitecaps play FC Dallas, who they're tied with on points, so huge game for both teams, basically must-wins for both.
Yeah, Toronto's odds of winning are 5-1. Portland 12-25. Vancouver 3-1 odds to win.
Okay. Well, TFC is in Portland tonight, so that's at least there's a reason to watch the game tonight for TFC fans.
Yeah.
You get to see the First Army.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which I'm sorry, I still look at them and I'm just amazed. I really am amazed by them because they did what we want, that we've been doing. They watched crappy soccer, they stuck with it, they had a good time, and they've earned their spot. They've proved it.
They have. I don't think anyone doubts that. Montreal Impact are still going for the Supporters' Shield.
Yeah.
They play New England tomorrow, which begs the question, what is a treble? Is there such a thing as a treble in North American soccer, or a double? Because they won the Voyageurs Cup, the domestic.
I think there is.
Yeah?
It doesn't mean anything really.
No.
But I think we would use that parlance.
Yeah?
Well, that's a new word I've never really used. But yeah, I think we would use it because you won a double, you won 3.
Yeah.
No one calls, you won a treble. The treble sounds a lot nicer.
Yeah. Well, if they win, they won the Voyageurs Cup, which isn't saying much. They beat 3 teams, one of which was TFC, another was Edmonton. They beat the Whitecaps basically. If they win the Supporters' Shield, that's 2. But if they win so they got the domestic cup, the league. They won the league, and they could, if they win the MLS Cup, that would be sort of the League Cup as well.
It would piss off the MLS.
Oh,
so
but would that be called a treble?
Yeah, I would think if you win 3 trophies, yeah, you got a treble.
Yeah.
I mean, let's face it. If you make in hockey, you can win a treble, but it's not really legit. You win you come first in your division, and you come first in your conference, and you win the cup.
Yeah.
But I don't really count
Well, if
that.
you come first in your division, you're going to come first in the conference.
Not really. You can come first in your division, but not come first in the conference.
That's all right.
Yeah, I played too much NHL back in the day before I noticed the light. And realized, wait a minute, I only have to play X amount of games for one season instead of this many for a season?
Yes, that's the one thing that turns me off NHL. Let's see, 82 games in a season or 34?
Yeah.
I mean, I barely managed to not get bored by 34. Anyway.
Yeah. Again, we're going to gamer talk. Alrighty, so now we're off to that.
Are we going to group things right now, or?
No, we're going to talk about that last bit there about BMO
Field.
Yeah.
So we talked about that, and I guess the good thing to tie in later would be FIFA's gonna vote on whether Qatar should move the World Cup.
Oh, I didn't hear about that one.
Yeah, we'll talk about it after BMO.
Wow. All right, so they're now talking about maybe using BMO Field for Argos as well.
Yeah.
You can't.
No, I'm dead against it too.
No, but you do that, you play in 2 different colors, you have TFC around the field.
Yeah.
Posted everywhere.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll change that. They'll put in their Argos stuff.
Yeah, but it's still really expensive.
Yeah, I know. It's still red. It says BMO on the south stand. It says TFC. It says Canada.
Yeah, you can't. Also, then all the money they did to put in grass, they got to tear that all up, put turf that is friendly to soccer players as well.
Oh, but no one's gonna want.
You're not going to put the Argos at BMO Field.
No.
You know what? Put it at a university ground. Guess what? McGill University makes a killing off of doing it with the Expo.
The Alouettes.
The Alouettes.
Yeah. I'm sure they made a killing off the Expos.
Yeah, they probably did the killing.
Yeah.
But no, it's just ridiculous. It's them looking at money, and then now you're going to go back to the stupid excuse of, well, we're delaying the schedule launch because we got to look at everyone's schedule.
Yeah. Well, I think the Argos would kill TFC if they're in there.
Yeah.
Any season ticket holders you have left are gone.
I've already seen.
Especially if you put in turf.
Yeah, I've already seen enough on the Voyageurs forum, on the Red Patch Boys forum, on even MLS site saying, you do that, we're dropping our tickets.
Yeah. Yeah.
And fans are just saying no.
And it's not like tickets haven't been dropping. Why give them enough? Of course, what MLS is going to do is bring in 4 land. We're on field turf and we have to play on football lines, but we have 4 land.
Yeah, and there's just me going, one-man army? Everyone talks about Barcelona and Messi.
Yeah.
The people that talk about forget, well, you got fucking Xavi, you got all these players around Messi that came up through an academy system when they're 12 years old.
Yeah, yeah.
They know when each other farts.
Yeah, well, even Messi, I think, went through Barca's academy.
Yeah, exactly.
But this is just the Argos being cheap. I think the Argos should either, you're right, go to a university or come up with their own stadium. Because they've been, what's happened to them is they've always been threatening to go into BMO since year 1. They've always been threatening. Their problem is, though, they're really cheap and they're not willing to spend on their own stadium.
No.
And that's why they've been renting Rogers Centre for so long. Rogers Centre is the Jays' place, not theirs. Now the Jays are saying they want to turn it to grass.
Yeah.
And that's why the Argos can't play on grass, so they have to look somewhere else.
Yeah, exactly.
BMO is the first place they look. But what's interesting is when BMO was built, I think, there was a partnership between, it was the CSA, the Argos, and a university. I don't remember which one in Toronto. York or something.
Yeah.
The Argos killed that deal because they were so cheap. and then the CSA and the university got screwed. The university said we're not going to do this anymore because they needed the Argos support.
Yeah.
So the CSA went and built BMO Field for the U17, the U20 World Cup.
Yeah.
So I mean, the Argos have always been cheap, and they have to stop being cheap basically and get their own stadium.
You want to get your money in? See, this was the reason why the CFL fails, and I think this is why the CSL, the real CSL would fail. Is owners like that just, well, I don't really want to. Look, there's something built already. Let's use that. No.
Yeah.
No.
And that's not even beginning to talk about how you have to change the dimensions for CFL rules. Apparently the South Stand has to get moved back, so they have to blow it up and then rebuild it.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Because the furthest CFL pitch is 110. The furthest a football pitch, our real football pitch, is 110.
Yeah.
But then you have to have an end zone, which is about another 10 feet, 10 yards. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah. No, they should stay. It's always been soccer specific. And then MLS is not going to like this at all.
No,
MLS wants a soccer specific.
MLS is going to put their foot down and say, no. For a 20,000 seat stadium, you can build your own.
Yeah.
I can understand if BMO Field was 40, 45.
Yeah.
You could buy it, but it's not.
No, it's not.
So they're not going to buy it.
I think BMO was built in like 6 months, completely cookie cutter stadium.
Yeah. And it has room to. It's built that it can be improved.
Yeah. But the Argos should do exactly what the CSA did in 2006. Just build their own can opener stadium. Like BMO doesn't look world class. No one claims it.
Deal with the universities. Make a deal with them.
Yeah.
Because McGill's making profit on this.
Oh yeah, they probably are.
Oh yeah. All right. So enough ranting and raving at how stupid Toronto is.
Yeah.
Let's go to.
Well, we talked about weather in Toronto maybe 20 minutes ago, where you said too cold to play in January, right?
Yeah.
FIFA's had their own weather problems in Qatar.
Didn't a player die from heat stroke?
Really? I don't know.
I heard. I'm not too sure. I'm gonna look into that. But.
Yeah. Well, actually, the World Cup in Brazil is less than a year away, right?
Yeah.
Apparently, Brazil is having record cold temperatures. It's like 1 or 2 degrees there right now, and people are dying. So.
The English are fine. All the Scandinavian countries in English, we're fine. Yeah. See, if Canada made it to a World Cup in Brazil, we would have been able to play in
Well,
the cold.
can you imagine if that happened next year instead of this year?
Oh yeah. Yeah, the Canadians are just there, shorts, t-shirt. Everyone's got the long sleeves, the tights underneath
Argentina's
the
at home and they're dying, or Brazil are.
Yeah.
So anyway, the 2022 World Cup that year still sounds odd because it's so far away. But
222 was
yeah. So that one might get moved to winter, and apparently in October FIFA's going to vote on whether they move it to winter or not.
And the thing is, though, I've listened to The Guardian. They touched on this one a few times, and I've read a few things. People in FIFA are not like the higher ups. They don't know what they're going to do because at the time they were promised this, and this, and right now nothing's been done. They haven't finished their fucking airport.
Yeah.
You haven't even started on a stadium, this high-tech stadium of air-conditioned outdoor stadium. Anybody who's intelligent knows that's the stupidest idea on the planet.
Yeah.
Oh, we're going to put 40,000 people in a stadium in air conditioning, but it's going to be open.
Yeah.
Huh?
Well, I don't know why they just don't move the games tonight. Like, play them at 10 p.m. for all I care.
Yeah, but will that get their TV ratings they want?
Well, 10 p.m. in Dubai, where is it? Qatar is what time in England? 6 p.m.?
Okay, you might, yeah.
I mean, people in England, for the Brazil World Cup, they'll have to wake up at 1 or 2 in the morning to see England.
Yeah, they got to deal with what he would do when it's over there.
Yeah, so, TV are always going to be good with something.
Well, that's what Aaron said, was they're going to play it at night, but Budweiser is threatening to pull out. Carlsberg doesn't want any piece of it. Neither does Heineken.
Yeah.
And these are two big beer companies. that revolve around the sport.
I mean, there are lots of leaders who
When they got two of the biggest beer companies that are known in this sport saying they don't want a piece of it,
Yeah.
you should think about...
Like, we're getting into this again. I'm not against the Middle East getting
No.
one, just because I think that entire region needs a world event. So
No, they do, but
connect with the like. They're so
Yeah, but...
isolated from everyone else. I think it's great to give them something.
Yeah,
like
but...
had one Oriental.
What did we say? Dubai, UAE, and Qatar.
Yeah.
Those three. Joint.
Yeah, I know. That would have been much better.
Qatar. Yeah, twice the size of PEI.
Yeah. Yeah, it should have been a joint bid.
Yeah,
Should have been.
I'm all for them getting something, proving to the world that they're not this, what Fox Media says, this
Yeah.
Islamic, to the book, by the letter. No woman can say hi to another woman in the street because she might be aiming at the woman's husband mentality.
Yeah.
I would love to see them host something, but when it comes to a country that small,
Yeah, it was bought. I know. It
Yes.
was. Yeah.
well, yeah, it's just ridiculous.
So anyway, FIFA is going to vote on whether they should. Of course, Europe is completely against it.
Oh yeah, Platini's gonna go ape shit. And let's put it this way: you don't want Europe. You may think because you have all the money.
Yeah.
If Europe says they don't want to do it,
Yeah.
they will not do
There
it.
have been one or two rumors of Europe maybe having their own event in the summer,
Yeah, just
like sort of a half European championship.
Yeah.
So not going. I doubt it's going to happen. It's not going to happen. But there have been rumors of, and if Europe does that, it sort of cheapens the World Cup.
yeah, and it's just more or less the World Cup. Just going, hey, we told you.
Yeah.
We're proving to you, and people are just. And the funny thing is, most soccer fans I talk to hate Qatar World Cup. They disapprove of it non-stop.
Yeah.
Aaron, he likes it, but he said what you said. They'll play it at night.
Yeah.
Fine, play it at night, but it's just one of those things of this is a place where the middle class cannot get a hotel room,
Yeah, I know.
and that's
It
where-
was bought. There's no doubt.
Yeah.
We say that a lot though, but I mean the U.S. It's not like they don't buy their World Cups. and
Well, the
Olympic gold
U.S.
medals.
their MLS was the price tag the U.S. had to pay.
I know, which is fair enough. If I
That's
was
a good.
FIFA, I would have
You know
done
what?
the same.
That's a good price tag.
Yeah.
Canada's going to host the World Cup. You got to set up your own real national league.
Yeah.
I'll do the job. You know what? I'll live in a fucking hotel room for a year. You pay my room and board and give me an extra $50 a week.
Yeah.
I will work for you to help set this league up. No problem.
Yeah.
Just set it up where I could go to games every week.
Yeah.
No. Alrighty, so let's stop getting depressed and let's have some fun. So we went to the Fury event, extra time. We met the Fury Ultras.
Yep.
They know how to drum, which is good for us.
They know how to choose a name as well, and they know how to drum. No, you know what? They do know how to drum. That was amazing.
Yeah, well, the guy who was doing the drumming, he does teach drumming. He has a...
Awesome. That's great to
Yeah,
have.
so which means one or two of us will have to meet him and learn how to drum. I'm not one of those. I wave the flag. I'm the flag guy.
I'm the flag guy too.
Yeah.
But you know what? In terms of drumming, I'm fine with just hitting
One
the
big,
beats.
just, yeah, we're good with the bleachers.
Yeah.
But then Stony, if anyone hasn't paid attention, Ottawa's three supporters groups, Stony Monday Riot, Fury Ultras, and of course the original Bytown Boys.
Yeah.
At least we're original.
At least we're original.
Yeah, exactly. So we went there, we saw the kits. I like the fact they stole something that Aston Villa did,
Okay.
and it's the embossed image of the logo.
Yeah.
With I don't know if you see on my Benteke jersey, but at the back,
Yeah.
it has about half of the line
Cool.
embossed on
Cool.
it.
It's like a watercolor.
The watermark, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
And they have the.
That was cool. That was
And
cool.
I like that. It really says it adds some character to it.
Yeah.
The first jersey, too much red.
I don't mind it. I did.
I just didn't like that it was red straight down, even into the shorts.
Yeah. I know that's odd. You don't want that because it
At
looks.
least alterate them.
Watch the socks be different colors and the players don't know what sock to wear on which foot.
That's actually funny. This is off topic. I had to do a report on in French class on a famous person. I did Wayne Gretzky.
Yeah.
He complained once about playing against New York Islanders because they had the same sock style and color as Edmonton Oilers at that time.
Yeah.
And he asked that one of the teams changed their socks
That's fair enough.
because he was looking for the sock. He wasn't looking for the player. He was looking for a teammate.
Yeah.
So he's looking at the socks.
Yeah, fair enough. I know they ask for gloves as well because the refs ask for gloves because sometimes when you want to look for holes and stuff, you want different colored gloves.
Exactly. No, but of course. So
Then
the
there's
first
the PSG.
the PSG kid, which I just laugh at.
Yeah.
And then there's the third kid. What did Mark say?
Not
Oh
even-
yeah, it looks like something against a team I played last week.
Yeah.
No, the voting's going to be shut down at midnight on Sunday, so people get your votes in. I've already voted 3 times.
Only 3 times?
I'm a bit lazy.
Yeah.
But,
I voted once.
So my vote was the first home kit. So you got the black and red.
Yeah.
I prefer the black on the right because the red would make the logo stand out.
Yeah,
But
true.
if you're going to make the logo stand out, want it on the black, make your border around it larger.
Yeah.
I've played with our logo on a black shirt because we have our logo not embossed in white but gold, and I've expanded it, and it looks better because your eyes are drawn to the gold instantly, and then you look at the logo.
Yeah.
So it's things like that.
Yep. I voted for the same thing, basically the home number 1 and the away number 2.
Yeah, the PSG ones.
Yeah, they both look good.
Yeah, they're both.
It's not just PSG. The white one sort of looks like a number of teams I've seen have that sort of
It's an
style.
07 PSG. I think.
Yeah.
It's an old PSG.
But if you go with the white one, it doesn't look as much like PSG. I mean, it doesn't draw PSG as much as a lot of clubs who use that.
Yeah, exactly.
I know a club in Portugal, or even Portugal, maybe the national team, I don't know, but I know
Alright,
a lot.
so we're gonna go on FIFA tonight and just sort through the teams, see
Yeah,
the jerseys,
pretty much,
see what
pretty
happens.
much. Yeah.
Yeah. So, alrighty. So
One thing I like just quickly is on the back they put the Canadian flag. I know it draws debate, but I thought it was a nice
they're
touch.
gonna do that. They're pulling it from the MLS.
Yeah, I don't
But they're gonna have. I know where we're from. I know we're Canadian.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna look. Oh wait, I can pay an extra $30 to make sure there's a Canada flag on. Yeah, no thanks. I'm not gonna pay extra.
Yeah.
I'll put on my own Canada flag. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I know what my first few jersey is gonna be. It's gonna say BBSC 12 on the back.
Nice.
And I encourage everybody, if you're gonna do a stupid.
You know what? I'll do that too. BBSC and then a number
Can you
12.
imagine like all the BBSC members have a Fury jersey but have number 12 on the back?
That's cool.
Yeah, just
You know what? I'm gonna do that. I just made my choice.
It's just so stupid. It's great. Alrighty, so yeah, we're gonna try and get back onto our boots and scarves. We have a few people lined up. Mark from the Red Patch Boys. No, don't worry, he lives in Ottawa. Technically, I am a Red Patch boy, but
Yeah, Mark goes to a lot of games, so that's cool.
Mark brings a lot of things to the table that we never thought of.
Yeah.
So, and then we have our own, random people joining us. Tonight we're heading out to a pub crawl, so this won't be posted up till tomorrow morning. Then we have our monthly meeting
Yeah.
tomorrow, as today is the 7th.
Yeah.
So, we're going to have a good time. We have posters being posted around the city.
Yeah. Speaking of which, DeSalvo Sports, thank you.
Yeah, I still got to call Elgin. The manager wasn't in today, so I need to have a good discussion with the gentleman.
Yeah.
Why are our posters not up? We're trying to increase your business here. And then you have your normal Georgetown put one up instantly.
Yeah.
As soon as we gave it to them.
Yeah.
And her and a few customers were looking at it. Also, we have a new website.
Bytownboys.ca.
Yep, it looks a lot better than what we used to have. I'm not gonna lie.
Everything's written on parchment. It looks amazing.
Yeah, I gotta find the color for that parchment. I have an idea. You'll like it too. So, Yeah, it's a great site. We have a link to our forum.
Yep, we're
And-
posting stuff. Mark
Yeah.
is really into
Yeah.
it.
Who's the guy that posted up all those other books?
Sigma.
Yeah,
I don't know. I thought it was.
No, it wasn't my dad. No, my dad would go on forums. You crazy?
I don't know who Sigma is. We have North Bay, someone from North Bay as well.
Yeah.
Taylor. Or anyway, hope to see you one day.
Yeah.
So and every time I log in, I do like seeing we have 2 people on, 2 guests, or 2
Yeah.
guests and 3
Yeah.
members. So it
Yeah.
has potential.
The more we use it, the more it's going to. Because if the forum's used, people will use it.
Yeah.
When we shut down the website, I instantly messaged everybody. I looked at the people that I did not know
Yeah.
from Ottawa and say, we changed. We're here. Go to this site.
Yeah.
They all thanked me for the option, so we. All right, good. We have an idea what's going on.
Great. Yeah, no, I think we're set in terms of online presence.
Yeah.
We just have to grow our numbers.
That's
and,
from day one when we say we're aiming for NASL. That was my concern. Was
Yeah.
do we have the groundwork set up? That's all I cared about.
and I think we have the groundwork really well.
Yeah.
Online, we're
we
all
have
over
to save a
Facebook.
good website.
Yeah.
We can still control the content, how it's
Yeah.
entered, when it's entered.
We've got a forum. We've got active Twitter, active Facebook. Everything is set up. All we need now is to grow.
Yeah, and we've done the hard work now. Well, now comes the real hard work. But
No, but I mean now it's the fun hard work.
yeah, and go to a game. Yeah. Did you see when they were talking about on the Voyageurs forum about joining a group? And the
Yeah.
guy goes, so to be a supporter, it's like joining gangs. Is there initiation? I'm like, yeah, there is. You gotta come to the bar 2 hours before the game.
Yeah.
Have some drinks, sing and chant, go to the game, sing the full night, and come back and bitch and complain or praise the team for another hour. Wait, that's normal game day procedure. Sorry, there is no initiation.
I sort of agree with that guy though, because we have supporters groups just popping up everywhere now, and I wouldn't be surprised if we get another 3. So who do you join if you're
Yeah.
new? And that's why, I mean, we're always available. We're always here. We've been here since 2011. So I mean, it is a bit frustrating seeing people start new. Like I understand the Fury Ultras and the Monday Riot, but anyone new now, just join a group. Don't start your own.
Anyone new now, you're.
Keep the critters away from my plant.
You know what? If we're getting 20,000 in the stadium,
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
I don't think we'll be able to get close to 5.
You know what? With the way marketing's going, I'd be happy with 3.
Yeah, like they're doing it. Like we spoke to the Fury, and they are trying their best. It's personally, I honestly think someone's tying their hands.
Probably OSEG.
The Fury are working hard on Twitter, hard on Facebook. You see them. You see their website. They're trying their best, but
Yeah.
you still don't.
Well, what people are crying out for is just put out any merchandise that we can
a
wear.
T-shirt with the logo.
Yeah,
Just a T-shirt.
I was thinking because it's getting so cold.
A
Put out
toque?
a toque. You know what? If you put out a toque, I'll buy one. I'll wear it everywhere I go.
Yeah,
You got your Fury logo everywhere I go.
Yeah. There we go. People.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I was watching a Crystal Palace game the other day, and they were saying, "We love you, we love you."
Yeah. Yeah.
And when everyone goes, "Whoa," they weren't jumping and waving; they were just clapping.
Yeah.
There's a screenshot to this old couple, and there's an old lady clapping along.
Nice. Nice.
But then they went to the corner, and then there's their stupid mascot. That's an eagle. He's jumping and clapping. Well,
Hey, that's cool if it's a mascot. It's a lot better than the New York Cosmos and their cheerleaders.
Oh.
I doubt the cheerleaders would do that.
Oh, trust me, I got a few chats for them lined up there. If we have cheerleaders, I am sorry. Do not come to the game. Call in sick every day because you're not going to get a warm reception from us.
No. Yeah. So anyway, we've
We talked about our marketing. We have our new scarf design. It's really different that none of us thought of, and I think that's why
it's the Ultra scarf.
the half and half.
The one with the logo on the front, so you can do the old Ultra thing on.
Oh, really? That's it? Oh, okay.
Well, that's why Jonathan said he liked it, because you could do you could wrap it around your face and do the Ultra pick.
That's true. You could. I never thought of that one.
Yeah.
But I just thought it was completely different from the scarves I've seen in the past.
Yeah.
That's why.
Which is cool. It's
we're
either gonna work or
we're always gonna pick a new scarf design each year.
Yeah.
Because we might as well have some fun with it.
Exactly.
So we're all gonna enjoy ourselves. So get a hold of us, email us, Twitter.
One last point before we go.
Yeah.
The Fury Ultras obviously have sort of opened the can of worms with their name. What do you think about that?
They did, and I'm not gonna lie. It's as soon as it said Fury Ultras, I was thinking Furry Ultras.
That's the first thing you think.
Yeah, I told it to them. I said, I'm not going to be the guy making fun of you, but I'm the guy that's warning you. People are going to make fun of you.
Yeah.
It's.
Well, on the Voyagers forum, we've had interesting discussion with two individuals mostly.
That's fun to watch.
But you know what?
They kissed and made up, surprisingly.
Yeah.
I was kind of hoping they didn't.
But one of them raised a good point, and I don't know, they raised the whole point of this ultra support concept. So ultras apparently are better than supporters because whatever reasons, and they're just different. I'm a supporter. I'm not an ultra. But one thing that ultras don't do apparently, these awesome people, is accept things the club does just blindly. And one thing that the Fury have pissed a lot of people off with is their name.
Yeah.
The Ottawa Fury.
Yeah,
so these guys come in and take the name Fury Ultras.
Yeah.
That's basically telling the Fury that you have a good name. They have a right name.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie, I didn't like the Fury name being picked, but it's a lot better than something else.
Than Red Blacks.
Yeah, exactly. If you're gonna go with this stupid naming thing, go with something you're already used to.
Yeah.
That's fine. But we all went with different names, different ideas, different concepts.
Yeah.
And we're just.
Well, one thing I like about Bytown Boys is it's the name is ours. Obviously, we have history with it, but it's completely separate from the club.
Yeah, we know who we are. We know who we are. We're the Bytown. We know who we are.
Yeah.
And I hope and actually hope these ultras do not use the Bytown ultras, so we can.
No, too late.
Yeah, that's their problem. They really dropped the ball on that one.
Yeah. But I mean, no one from them has said much apart from.
We met them once, and they weren't that real social, I found. Like, we were walking around talking to everybody, and they just sat at their table.
Yeah.
Which I kind of find a bit.
Whatever, it's their style. I mean,
Yeah.
At least they bring in the francophone aspect. No one's going to force us to do stuff in French now.
Yeah.
Which the Stony Monday Riot seemed to really take.
Yeah, that's what I noticed. I asked somebody from England. They said it seems very government.
Yeah. Welcome to Ottawa.
Yeah, we're not government. Hey, sorry, we don't speak French. We're going to use Google Translator. We're telling you.
Exactly. Yeah. But it puts less pressure on us to be more French.
Well, the funny thing is, I emailed them our chant list, the ones that we have tried, tested, works. And I joked saying, well, we already have enough English chants. We don't have enough real French chants. Really? I said, allez, 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 le rouge allez doesn't count. Because it's French. I said, no. I'm sorry. That's not a French chant. Qu'est-ce que vous chantez is not really a French chant.
No. But if they start French songs, as long as I can speak the words, I'll join in.
Yeah, you do a French chant, make sure you can sing it, the tunes, understandable.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So. That's that.
We had a fun night last Sunday. We had to mention this before anything else. Last Saturday when we watched the Women's League final.
Yeah. National Women's Soccer League.
Yeah.
Portland Thorns versus New York.
Mustefa and Dawn convinced me to do karaoke.
That didn't end well.
But we had people asking questions.
Which was great.
Yeah, that's all. Yeah. We went in there and flyers are handed out. People asked questions.
Yeah. I had someone come up to me and tell me about, I've heard of the Fury. What are you guys? I told them all about Bytown Boys. and you want to come to a Fury game next year, look for us. We'll be there. There you go.
We don't care if you're in a wheelchair, in a hospital bed, on crutches, in a carrier.
It actually was the guy in the wheelchair.
Oh, good. So he can lead us ahead of the march and push people out of the way. I like that. Yeah, we definitely need him.
Yeah.
Because he can carry all our stuff for us, because he's got no wheelchair.
Portland won, which was good. Christine Sinclair scored the winner. Abby Wambach was her usual self.
Latin stuff. Yeah. Oh, it was good because they made fun of her with the countdown as well.
Exactly. That follows her everywhere now.
Yeah, that's kind of bad when you think you are that big in the international world and a simple countdown chant follows you.
Yeah.
It proves that you have
issues.
Yeah, it proves that no one likes you.
Yeah. Not even your own...
It's okay. You're like Millwall. I can't wait for when Millwall comes to town.
Yep. We're going to get a friendly of some sort.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Scars, again, $20 pre-order. Look us up, email us, message us. We will make time to meet with you.
Oh, yeah, definitely. But in the meantime, facebook.com/BytownBoys, BytownBoysSC on Twitter, bytownboys.ca.
Just Google Bytown Boys SC.
Yeah, please help the site go up in the Google rank.
Yeah, we're trying to get rid of the bytownboys.website disappear. We deleted it, but it still shows
It
up.
sticks.
Yeah. So we're looking for that one. So in general, that's it. That's all. We hope to get back to our normal proceedings.
Yeah, we should do that in the fall.
Yeah.
Thanks for putting up with us for another hour.
Yeah. Poor you guys. I hope you have a beer or you got something to just null your pain with, like Advil, extra strength, T3s.
Yeah.
In the end.
And last note, special thanks to Black Irish Pub again, who have always been great to us. We're looking at our scarf right now, which they have put up. They're offering to, they've always offered to work with us.
Yeah.
It's great. We need connections like that.
Yeah, and we will. We have a few ideas in mind to work with the Black
By the way, we are at the Black Irish Pub doing this right now.
They're always good to us because they don't really... They care, but they don't care. Oh, you're here. You're okay? Yep, okay. They leave us alone, and that's how they don't care.
Which is all we want as supporters.
Yeah, just serve us our beer and be a nice person. We're fine. Alrighty, so besides that, no other bits and bobs?
I think we've been through 5 or 6 bits and bobs, so we're good.
Alright, and have a good night, folks. See you next time.